Hey guys, welcome to Makeup and Hustle. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Vidhi and it has been a hot minute. I'm just going to do a really casual get ready with me, which is what my state is at the moment, and just sort of fill you guys in on what's been going on, where I've been, what I've been up to. I feel like I do this quite often and I hate it, and my husband's obviously making a lot of noises in the kitchen, so please excuse that. But let's get started. So I've only moisturized my face. I actually just woke up, and I've just moisturized my face. So we're just going to do a quick get ready with me. I'm going to start out with the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum, and I'm just going to apply this all over, just using my fingers. Okay, so to start off with, I recently, by recently I mean like first week of May, I quit my old job. So my last day was on the 8th of May. And before that, so last year, as you guys know, that I had a lot going on in my family. And then last year, in November, I had requested to go part-time. I've always worked full-time, and because of so many things, and also the fact that I was not very happy with my job, I decided to go part-time. All things considered, like I needed to be away from that space, and part-time was like the only option I had that time because I did want to continue working. So I went part-time, but then immediately after I went part-time, I think 3 days later, I had to fly out to India to be with my family. So I didn't actually ever get to do part-time hours as soon as I went part-time. So I'm going in with my Maybelline Super Stay 30-hour foundation, active wear foundation. Yeah, so I never really got to actually be part-time, and I just had to fly out straight away. So, which is fine. Like, they were really supportive, and they let me actually leave right around Christmas period, which was, you know, like that's all I could ask for. So I really appreciated that support at that time, and their understanding. So really, like, no dramas there. But I came back about 2 months later, and I joined work. I came back 2 months later. I was in quarantine. I was still filming while I was in quarantine, but I came back home, and then a few days later I started work. So that was, I think, I went back to work exactly 3 months after. And the first couple of weeks, I think I did like maybe 3 or 4 days, but like full days. So it was never like half day here, half day there. Um, it was always full days that I was working, and like I was just, I immediately went back into that misery state, like, being at that workplace. Like, I was never happy. Initially, when I joined, like, I was thrilled. The culture, the values of the company, like, really resonated with me. So, and even to this date, like, it's one company whose core values really resonate with mine, and I really appreciate that. But anyway, came back to work. Okay, so yeah, anyway, couple of weeks I did part-time hours, and then immediately they started putting me on full-time basis. And um initially I was okay because, like, I obviously had spent a lot of money going to India and stuff, so which is fine. But then, like, I started experiencing like pain in my I started experiencing pain in my feet, so the sole of my feet, which is quite weird. Like, who, like, you can experience leg pain, but like in your feet, like, what is that? So I went to the doctors, and then he was like, you've got plantar fasciitis, blah, blah, blah. So, like, you need to be off your feet, regular intervals, and all of that crap. And I'm like, I work in retail. Like, how is that even possible? He's like, well, you need to switch jobs and stuff like that. Now, when I was in quarantine, I had already interviewed, and the process was already ongoing. And I was like, yeah, like I'm in the process of changing my jobs anyway. But that took a while. Like, that job where I work now, that took a while to sort of, like, for everything to fall into place. And I was like, I want to really make sure that I cut down my hours and stuff like that. And instead, so I had like pretty much full-time availability, and I was actually like contemplating on like what days to change and stuff. And I had Sundays off because, well, I have, like, I want to spend time with my family and stuff. So, and I explained, I had a catch up with my manager, with my line manager, and I was telling her, like, she's like, with your availability, we're revisiting because some of the roles are changing, blah, blah, blah. And I can see that you have Sundays off and you have Thursdays where I finish at 7. So, mind you, I had 6 days of availability already on the system, and I had Mondays as off as my preferred day off because I was full time, so that made sense. Anyway, she goes like, well, I need you. So I explained the Sunday thing to her, and I'm like, look, I can't really do Sundays. I'm not doing it. Like, my husband works Saturdays occasionally, and the only day that we have together is Sunday. So I refused to absolutely open up Sunday. And then Thursday, I was available till 9. Sorry, available till 7. And she's like, well, you need to open up the 2-hour window there. And I'm like, and my, like, sorry, the light keeps coming and going. I have changed again my background. So I have the window right behind, and the sun keeps coming and going, which is very annoying. So yeah, I was like, well, on Thursdays, like, my husband usually like fasts, so we end up going to the temple on Thursdays. Well, not every time, but like quite often. And she's like, no, you need to open up those 2 hours. And I was really offended by that, because I don't think that's fair. Like, a lot of people took Sundays off because they go to the church, and I was asking for 2 hours to go to the temple, and I'm like, by that point, I was like so over it, so over it. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna quit, like, regardless of when I got my job and when I get my other job and stuff. Like, I'm done. Luckily, a couple days after that, I got my offer letter, and I was like, "Ooh, good riddance." Literally, I kid you not, like, the minute I got my offer letter, I was like, "Yeah, I'm done. Thank you." I resigned that day itself. So, yeah, so I felt like that place gave me so much anxiety. I was so sick of it. I was so out of my space when it came to that place. Like, I was so over it. I was so over it. But lucky me, like, I had got this in the meantime, thankfully. But yeah, so as soon as I started doing full-time hours, it's like I could film very little. And as soon as I came back into Australia, and like, not in quarantine, but like when I came home and stuff, a few days later, I think, I started experiencing my eczema again, which I'm still battling. As you can tell, like, my under eyes are really, really dry. Like, I don't even know what to do with them. Like, I'm so annoyed. This weather just doesn't work, honestly. Like, see how dry and crepey that is? And this is the good concealer. Like, that used to work for me before. Anyway, pretend that it's not there. Thank you, guys. I'm going in with the Mecca contour stick, the off-duty contour stick. I'm going to keep it really simple and quick. So yeah, I couldn't film as much. As soon as I came back to the work, I resumed my life, basically. But anyways, now I've got a new job, which, again, I was in quarantine when I applied for it, and I luckily got it as well. The process took a really long time, like the entire thing. basically I interviewed in March. I started in May. I didn't get my offer letter until like end of April, which is like ridiculous amount of wait time, but my preference was to get an office job, and luckily I did get this one, which is an office job, so it's Monday to Friday. So far, even if I have to do Saturdays, it's going to be like Saturdays would be like half day, and I have the option to work from home, which is what we're doing right now because we're in lockdown. So yeah, so we're now currently working from home and stuff, and my new job is really good. So, um, it's kind of like a call center, but not really. It's got like elements of call center and stuff. But so far, I'm really, really enjoying it, and I can't complain. We're still in training, and the training does go for about 2 months. So I started end of May. I think we have one more week of training, and then our full-on process starts. So really excited. But like, to be honest, I'm so much more at peace. Less anxiety and stuff. Like, honestly thought like I was always anxious and I was always battling when I was at the other place. I do miss my colleagues. Like, I do really like, got along with a lot of people there. And as I mentioned, like, the values of the company really resonated. So, and having said that, like, the new place that I work for, it's not, it's not where I don't align with the values. I absolutely do, and I would only work for companies where that happens. Now with the new place, I also need to get up so early, to be honest, to work, because I have to be at the office by like 8:30, and the office is not that far. Like, I live in the western part of Sydney, and the office is in Parramatta, which is a pretty central location, so it's not too bad to get to. But like, it's summer. Oh, sorry, it's winter. It's so bloody cold. Like, I'm always stinking cold. It involves me getting up at like 5:30 to be able to do my prayers, like shower, do my prayers, and then get ready and go to work. And we do live a little bit away from, like, a little bit further away from the station, so we have to park at the station. Okay, so for blush, I'm actually going to go in with the e.l.f. Buddy Blush in Turks and Caicos. This thing, like, it doesn't have a label at the back, but this is the only one I have, so I know which one it is. But guys, you need to I'm going to actually put a label here. Just going to use this sponge to apply this. So yeah, I really, really enjoy my new workplace. It's really good. The company is really nice. The training is really good. You have a lot of support. The management is very relatable, which is where I struggled with my old job. Like, there was a lot of favoritism. There was a lot of bias. And if you could kiss up to the managers, that's how you pretty much made your way up. And even then, so like, you would go through the process of like moving up, and then you would be put down because, I don't know, XYZ reasons. Like, they would always come up with like weird reasons to not move you forward. And my two line managers, never, I had a line manager before whose motto was like, okay, I want to make, like, I have to push you to the point where you're uncomfortable, and that's when, you shine. And well, that's great, but like, that's not always the right method to motivate staff. There's always kickback, always kickback, anytime you made suggestions and stuff. So I'm not going to set my face or anything because it's already dry to begin with, so we're going to leave it at that. I'm just going to move on with my eyes. Let's use the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. Okay, I'm just going to go in with Jasper, which is just this orangey burgundy mixed sort of a color. Just apply that all over my... I'm just going to apply that all over my crease. This is a super rich color. And it just took me a while to sort of adjust to my new work because, like I said, like, it was constant waking up early, coming back, cooking and stuff, and like just being exhausted. Just to sort of get used to it. And then the weekends would just come and go because, like, you know, you're doing all kinds of cleaning, you're catching up with friends and stuff. Now, because I'd been away for so long, like we were constantly meeting up friends, you know, going to see my brother. My brother is also in the process of buying like a new house and stuff. So, you know, just going for inspections and like all of those things. So it's been a bit hectic. Now that we're in lockdown, I worked from home this whole week. I got sick last Friday. So today is the 4th. So not the 2nd, but the week before that I got sick and I had to like take a day off because I absolutely lost my voice, which happens, you guys know, quite often. So, yeah, I went to the doctors and stuff like that. Got some antibiotics. It's just I had upper respiratory tract infection. I got my voice, like I did a lot of home remedies as well to get my voice back. And I got my voice back, but like I was still struggling the whole week. I'm still like coughing and stuff, and like that's exactly why I'm like constantly. Um, but yeah, so I'm hoping like now I think we're going to be working from home quite often. So I think I'm going to like find a routine to sort of film as well as like work and stuff. So hopefully I'll find the balance pretty soon. I've also joined a gym to lose weight. I'm desperate now. I really need to lose weight. So there's that's going on as well. Like it's a never ending. I'm just gonna take this and my lower lash line as well, just to the tip of the brush. I haven't worn makeup in over a month. I wore makeup the first week I went to work, and then I experienced so much crap with my eyes. I was like, I give up, stopped wearing makeup. I haven't worn, and it still kept going on. I haven't worn makeup in like the longest time. And I'm sitting down to film today, and I'm like, what am I even doing? I'm just gonna go in with Clove, which is just this darker brick red sort of a color. I'm just going to place that in the outer corner. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, so 3rd of July. And guess what we did? We went and got ourselves a COVID vaccine. We are still not... So Australia is running like the vaccination through age groups. And we still didn't fall in that age group that's currently open, but one of our cousins, they work for healthcare, so she can get family is part of that, so we were able to go and get that vaccine, thankfully. So yesterday, we went and got our COVID vaccine, the first dose, and our second dose is coming up in 3 weeks. And we're monitoring how we're feeling and stuff, but so far so good, like no dramas at all. We're both doing okay. Like like the hand is a little bit heavy, but I think it's not too bad. Like honestly, it's just like a flu vaccine. Like my hand usually feels a bit heavy when I get a flu vaccine, and that area where they vaccinated is a little bit sore, but yeah, not too bad. I'm gonna take this under my eyes as well. As far as my dad, he's recovering. He's doing better, but obviously like he's got a lot going on, so he is recovering at the pace that he's comfortable with. So yeah. Okay, and lastly, I'm just going to go in with Agate, which is just this golden color right there. I have a ton of new makeup that I need to like film a haul for, so I will be doing that a little bit later today. Just gonna go in with Clove again. Just going to blend that in the outer corner, just overlapping. And then just windshield wiper motions just to blend everything together. Just using that same brush, I'm going in with Laurel. I'm just going to place that in the inner corner. I've got this Rimmel Scandalized mascara eyeliner in Deep Wine. So I'm just going to line my eyes with that. I haven't used this in such a long time, so I'm actually going to use this. This is the Balm Mary Luminizer, so I'm just going to go in, actually this is Mary Luminizer, Cindy Luminizer and Betty Luminizer, but I'm going to go in with Mary. Cult Classic. And I'm just taking my Mario Badescu spray, which I've decanted in the MAC Fix Plus bottle. Just going to spritz this real quick. Oh, by the way, I got my hair cut too. Haha. And for mascara, I'm just going in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. This is in the waterproof. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a second coat for sure, but I'm just going to apply some lipstick while I wait for the first one to dry. So I've been wanting to try, I'm not sure if this is going to go, but I've been wanting to try this one. This is the NYX Professional Shine Loud Gold Crusher thingy. This is the one that went viral on TikTok. So let's see. And then we're supposed to wait and then apply the lip gloss. So while I wait for this to dry, I'm going to go in with my second coat of mascara. Okay, at least the lip color goes, I think, because it's very nude. Okay, so that's where I've been up to. That's what I've been up to, guys. It's been, I mean, it's been a bit of an up and down ride, especially with my old workplace, but I'm hoping with the new one, once I get into the routine, things are a bit more normal and that I can keep up with it. But yeah, like, just I hate how life keeps happening and it impacts this, but hopefully very soon, like, things will calm down, and I can focus a bit more on my health, a bit more on YouTube, because this to me is an outlet. And I really do enjoy just makeup and stuff. Like, even though I haven't been putting on makeup, but trust me, I've been buying so much. I almost scare myself sometimes. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You're not wearing anything, but you just continue buying. So, like, something is definitely wrong. But yeah, if you guys have stayed this far, thank you so much for staying tuned. I do apologize for my absence. But just trust me, like, it's not by choice. If I could help it, like, I would be doing this pretty much all day long, which is my plan today, so let's see. But now I think didn't transfer, so I'm going to go ahead and apply the lip gloss. It does feel very, what is it called? It does feel very dry, but I really love the color. It looks so good. Let's apply this. Alright, you guys, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my excuses. Call me out if you want in the comments down below. But I do have a haul coming up very soon, so stay tuned for that. And I will have I have three foundations that are new, so I'm going to be doing a wear test on those. And again, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and also like this video if you enjoyed watching it or enjoyed this look. But you guys, I will see you very, very soon. Till then, take care. Until next time, bye.